Pass, please. Where have you come from?
Walk on.
Okay. Good. One thing puzzles me, miss.
Linda. Call me Linda.
Well, if you plan to recognize this man you're after, how come he won't recognize you?
Ah, well, the theory is, Harry, that I'll be looking for him, but he won't be looking for me.
I suppose you know what you're doing.
Don't be so worried, Harry. The 2 police officers in the dock can take care of any trouble.
Where have you been?
Hamburg.
Pass, please. Okay, again.
All right. Hey, again! This is the ticket, eh, Willis? Manual labour without responsibility, eh? Steady on, Skip. Responsible job. Cogs in a wheel, corpuscles in the bloodstream of commerce. Yeah, still, it's not like practical policing, is it? But we are policing such.
Willis, my name is George. Remember, we're supposed to be dock workers.
Why are we talking about the law?
Sometimes, Willis, you've demonstrated silently nihilist tendencies.
You what, Gum?
Nihilists? They were a group of,
Hang tight.
Oh, hang on, looks like hook is caught up.
All right.
Look, I'll just climb up top and release it.
All
Right.
What's wrong with them, Shane? Crane driver shouting something, George. What? Can't hear. Something about unsafe, George.
Rubbish!
You all right, Gum? Doctor's here.
There I was 1 minute on top of the world. Next minute inside a box.
A lifetime in microcosm. I'll put a couple of stitches in that towel.
And then I shouldn't bother, miss.
It's no bother.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of work to do, see, I may not have time for an anaesthetic.
An anaesthetic?
Yeah.
Oh, you won't need an anaesthetic, Mr. Boyd. I'll just go and scrub up.
Super.
Morning, Sarge.
Any news from the front?
Sergeant Pullman had an accident. He fell into a box.
Is he all right?
He's not hurt badly. Derek reckons he'll be back on duty in time to catch the next Dublin boat.
I'll take the stitches out in a couple of days. How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel great. No, I feel bloody awful, actually.
You're lucky you didn't break an ankle.
Yeah, it's been my lucky day, isn't it?
Nurse, could I have a cup of sweet tea in here, please?
No, no, thanks, no, thanks. No, I think I better get back.
I could give you a line.
I say, my dog's got no nose.
A doctor's line, I meant.
Oh, a sick note. No thanks. Would you mind if I made some toast?
Feel free. No problem with your blood pressure, have you?
No. Yeah, sometimes I have.
Once yearly checkup?
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Once you don't burn your dressing, Inspector.
Yeah. Beg your pardon?
1. No doctor I know would insist on going back to work after a bad fall, nor would he make such an elementary mistake. And 2, your hands. Sorry, Mr. Boyd, but you just don't have doctor's hands.
Well, what sort of hands do I have then?
They're strong, devious, remarkably sensitive. Do you play the piano?
No, doctor, I do not play the piano.
Well, my guess is you're a detective.
You're a bit of a detective yourself, aren't you, Doctor?
Oh, come off it. Blown your cover and you're pissed off about it, aren't you?
Well, I must admit, Doctor, I'm not as happy as Pyramus and Thisbe, but I'm nothing if not pragmatic. And now, to be quite blunt, I must try and find a way to turn this minor defeat to some advantage.
box, eh? Only Bullman can fall into a ruddy box.
This is the ops room, sir, running Operation Onion.
Bicycles.
There's our 3 undercover detectives on local attachment are handling this. Oh, this is Detective Sergeant Singer, local CID, Chief Superintendent Bliss David from the Met.
Where from?
Rotterdam.
Pass, please.
You're clear?
You look like the curse of the mummy's tomb, Sarge.
Hardly amusing.
Hands away.
Is that the one with the paraquat in it?
Saccharin.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, God. You'd hardly think it was worthwhile, would you? Keep 3 of us in this job for a month.
In the fiscal year 1976-77, 4,216 bicycle thefts were reported in this area. 253 were later recovered. In the first 3 months of this year, 4,866 bicycles have gone missing from the streets. Somebody is making a business out of bicycle rustling, a profit out of crime.
A leech on the back of the nation's honest endeavour. Am I right, Sarge?
Well, that was a load of bikes they found in Dublin last month.
Parts of bicycles, Miss Doran, parts of bicycles.
200 bicycle frames, 200 re-chromed handlebars, saddles, pedals, tyres, chains. In short, 200 bikes.
The story says so far is that a gang are nicking bicycles in this area. They take them apart, respray them, re-chrome them, put new handlebar grips on saddles, that sort of thing. Then they ship them by container to Amsterdam.
Via the docks and Dublin.
Why Dublin?
Well, at least one Irishman is involved. It seems that the provos have given up the cause and gone back to crime. Bank robberies, protection.
They know their way through the customs. Since the Irish ports are mainly geared for explosives and weapons, they are surprisingly quite a soft touch for handling drugs and stolen goods, that sort of thing.
Sergeant Bullman, Inspector. I'd like to talk to you about him.
Anyway, this Mick driver, Finbar McQuaid, was seen taking a container truck backwards and forwards from here to Amsterdam via Dublin.
What you might call a paddy wagon.
But all they found were the aforesaid bicycle parts. No guns, no explosives, no political overtones.
Unless the IRA are planning a tour to Bogside.
So the Dublin law had to let him go, pass it on to Interpol to New Scotland Yard.
The yard's computer scratches its head and says bicycles Dublin, bicycles UK.
Observation, Irish containers. ID and follow one Finbar Mary McQuaid.
Turf Lodge boy used to be a provo. He killed a bloke, you know. It was when he was home on leave from the army. They couldn't prove it, but everybody knew it was him.
Just because this bloke was in the British Army?
Oh, no. He was in the Irish army. Finbar. He's a right nutter.
Terrific.
Take it away. It's all right. Up slow, will you? Get them on while you've got the jump. A bit of rope there. I wish you wouldn't do that, Guff.
We spotted something sus, Willis.
What do you reckon of that?
Yeah, that could be how it's done. Where's that boat going to, Willis?
I've no idea, Sarge. I'll take a look, will I?
No, I'll infiltrate the ship. You got your personal radio with you?
Yeah.
Alert Miss Doran and sit tight. Whatever you do, Willis, do not go aboard.
Got it, Skip.
Should I decide to apprehend the villains, I'll come off the boat, we'll whistle up the local law and finger the guilty parties, right?
What if there's bother?
I think a sergeant in the Metropolitan Police Force CID is up to any bother that a couple of bicycle thieves can offer. Eh? What?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, up. Come on. Up a bit more. Another 6 yards. Come on. Right, get a bit of sway on it. That'll do. Don't sway.
Hello, Piglet, this is Weasel.
What's the problem?
Are you sure Pig Major's doing the right thing?
Rest assured, Weasel. Even if Pig Major doesn't start off doing the right thing, it usually works out for him. Got that, May-Gray touch, hasn't it?
Over and out.
Excuse me!
Are you the new bloke we took on back there?
Yes, that's me, yes. Life on the ocean waves, ho-ho. Tell me, what are all those bicycles doing down below? Below decks, abaft, in the thing?
They're downstairs.
Yes, right. What are they doing, yeah?
So's taxis, don't it?
Huh?
Well, when we get ashore, we jump on the bikes and away we go. And if the port's near civilization, we hire a truck for a few mile, we bung 'em at the back, saves a fortune.
Oh, they belong to the crew.
Quick, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
You should get one.
Yes, great. Tell me, what time does this ship get to Dublin?
Dublin?
Yeah.
You on the right boat?
How do you mean?
Well, we are going to Oslo. Listen, I think you and I better go and have a word with the captain, don't you?
Yes. Well, you see, what the real situation is, you won't believe it.
Listen, how did you get your face to such a state? All in the course of duty, I
It
suppose.
was sort of, in a way. You see, I was working undercover. It's difficult to believe, but I am not a stowaway.
I do believe you.
Oh, the Metropolitan
Implicitly.
Police, the detective sergeant.
I believe you totally.
Yes.
Hey, kapitein, kijk eens even wat ik gevonden heb.
Good day, Captain. I am a police officer, Polizei, CID. May I avail myself of your ship's radio?
What?
That can't be right.
Here it comes. I have reason to believe you're an illegal immigrant. Where were you two when I was wafted out to sea? I was watching the ship, as per your orders, Chief. Watch the ship, you said. Do not take any action. I know what I'm doing. A devil. A born devil, on whose nature, nurture, can never stick, on whom my pains, humanely taken, are all quite lost.
Bad as that, is it?
You read too much, Gov. All this Marx has addled your brain.
I remember what I told you.
Right, thanks, Doctor.
Stitches all right?
Yeah, they're fine. What I'm really talking about, Doctor, is bicycles.
Bicycle?
Yeah, thousands of the bleeding, Thousands of them. That's why we're watching the docks.
Well, how can I help?
Well, to be quite honest, we don't have much to go on. Boyd, by the way, is an alibi.
An alias?
Yes, my real name is Bullman, George Bullman.
Pleased to meet you. My real name is Slater, Helen Slater.
Well, to be honest, Doctor, now that you have apprehended my true status, I could do with an ally.
An ally?
For instance, have you treated any Irish truck drivers in the last couple of weeks?
Well, I treat all sorts. I don't know that I remember one from another.
You must have files.
I have very strong feelings about the abuse of privacy, if you must know.
For instance, this man.
No.
You didn't even look at it.
Can't discuss my patients.
We're not. We're discussing your patients, all right? Now, look at the photo. You have certain duties as a citizen.
Would you mind going?
Would you?
The door.
My dear lady, what a bore I am. In short, quite worthless. Here are you administering to the sick and all that. And how do I repay you? Please forgive me.
The Australians have a word for someone like you.
Really?
And it isn't kangaroo.
Give it use the local pub.
White flower.
Daisy.
No, that's got a yellow bit in the middle. Creature which changed the history of Scotland.
Ali MacLeod.
26 letters.
Spider.
Ali MacLeod. I like it. Well, just off to the urinal.
Oh, well, if it isn't Officer Doran.
Gritter, Harris, my God. So they let you out?
Oh, I moved. South. There's no future in that shenanigan up there.
I was sorry to hear about Liam.
Ah. So you're over here now then, are you?
Yes, indeed, they chucked me out, so I got a job in the docks. Gatehouse clerk. This is Billy Smith, he works here too.
Brendan Harris. Pleased to meet you.
Passing through, are you?
Oh, I'm with Logan Haulage. Amsterdam, Dublin, Hull, Antwerp.
Do you know what's really strange bumping into you, Grinner? I was just telling Billy here about Finbar McQuaid.
Jesus. Finbar. As a matter of fact, I saw him in Slattery's pub the other night.
Really? What's he up to?
Same as myself. Haulage. He's got his own truck now, believe it or not. Amsterdam, Dublin, over here too now, I believe.
Oh, well, maybe I'll bump into him passing through.
I don't doubt it. As a matter of fact, he told me he'd be over in the Dublin ferry on Friday morning. I don't like the look of this, I'll tell you.
You Brendan Harris?
None other.
I must ask you to accompany us.
Of course. Nice to see you.
Hang about, who exactly are you, mate?
Detective Inspector Deacon, this is Sergeant Macmillan, Special Branch. We have a warrant for the detention of this man under Section 72 of the Prevention of Terrorism Act. Let's go, Harris.
Hey, what's all that about? Irish mate of Linda's, nicked under POT.
Ah, drugs.
Terror. Prevention of.
Yeah, I know, it was a joke. Gave us a good tip reference McQuaid.
Oh, yes, due off the Dublin boat on Friday.
Great. Willis, I've been thinking. This McQuaid, he sounds a trifle naughty.
Sarge?
So maybe one of us should get hold of a shooter.
Do you know that's the first sensible thing you've said since you fell through that box?
Governor. The snoring's keeping me awake.
I do not snore, Willis.
Got a bleeding memo from Singer today.
What did it say?
Something about I have to move out of the hotel and find proper digs.
Well, you see, Willis, they pay for the hotel, we pay for the naffing digs.
Bastards. There's always somebody counting.
Yeah.
Look, if this bloke Irish was kosher, this is a waste of time.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. Let's go down to Boozer.
Ah, good idea, son.
Directly you get there, you drop me off, you come straight back here and keep an eye on things, right?
Right, son.
see Bullman wants to draw a personal weapon.
He thinks the Irishman might get nasty.
The Irishman will be coming off the Dublin boat. They'll be checked for weapons and explosives at Dublin, then over here by the branch. Inform Bullman that his request is denied.
Sir.
What do you think of Bullman now he's had time to settle in?
Shrewd, single-minded. He's a bit quirky. He's not an easy man to get along with.
I think he's a good copper.
Oh, he's a good detective, yeah.
That brass hat from the Met.
Bliss.
Wanted to take Bullman back with him.
You spot a bother?
Promotion. Their promotion board agreed to bump Bullman up to DI. Conditional on our releasing him. Take up an appointment with Scotland Yard Murder Squad.
Bloody heck. When's he off, then?
He's not.
No, I can't see Bullman turning down a job like that, even without a promotion.
He doesn't know. We vetoed it here at Central.
May I ask why?
Simple. Bullman is officially ours on a 12-month attachment. Bit of an oddball, but as you say, a damn good detective.
Isn't that a bit hard?
When they posted him, the Met couldn't get rid of him fast enough. Now they find he's a good copper, it's too bad.
I meant, sir, isn't it a bit hard on Bullman?
So, after I got the bracelets on, that's the handcuffs, this ponce from the Foreign Office comes over and he says, "You do realise, Sergeant," he says, "you have just handcuffed the Bolivian Minister of Justice." They were all the same with me. No. I never did make it myself.
Why did you become a policeman in the first place?
It was like the army, you see. My man was an RSM, rifle regiment, military medal. I could never beat that, so I wanted to try something different, you know, a different career.
Good for you. Any luck with the bicycles?
Oh, plenty of red herrings. Is your husband likely to come in here?
I wouldn't think so. Mr. Slater went off with one of his students.
Oh. I'm sorry. What university?
Exeter.
Oh, Red Brick. See, I'm a student too. Yes, Open University. It's a lost cause, I know, but I am trying to better myself, you see.
Look, I'm awfully sorry, but I've got to go now.
Oh, yeah?
Why don't you pop in for a meal sometime?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to, thanks.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling about those bicycles.
Yeah, funny thing, so have I. Oh, can I get you a
my
lift?
car's outside.
Oh,
Thanks.
right.
Bye. Excuse me, please. Excuse me.
Miss. Didn't even see us, did you?
Oh, I think he's in love.
It's your round, Gladys.
You fancy a trip in the town, girl? Linda and me was thinking of doing a bit of ice skating.
Not right now, you're not. Miss Doran, will you please change back into your working knickers? I think that we should infiltrate ourselves around the container park. Quaid might not be the only one in this bicycle racket.
Terrific, Chief. Willis, do you get the same feeling about this that I do?
I think it could be the calm before the bleeding storm, yeah. Check this one. Now hold it, I'm a police officer. Can't feel. Now, be a nice girl. I shall have to slap your wrists. Now, move it. Ah!
What were you saying, sunshine?
Hell, you're under arrest. Nick 'em.
Don't worry about it. I'll do all the talking. May I...
Shut up!
Stand up, boy.
Look,
Up on your feet. Just a few formalities, sir.
Name?
Look, something's very wrong.
Shut it up!
Well,
Name, right? Let's start with the basics, shall we?
I am
Name.
a member of the...
name.
Start with a name, okay? We'll take it step by step.
Bullman, George.
Oh, yes. Bullman George. Tell the gentleman his name, would you, Barry?
Your name, Vermin, is Boyd. John Alexander Boyd.
And that's an alibi.
Oh, an alibi.
Alias. I meant alias.
Good. Excellent. So, Boyd, the name you're registered with the Transport and General Workers Union as, is not your real name.
Got it in one, Batman.
And your real name?
So you say...
Easy, Barry. Your real name is Bullman. Now, is that a Christian name, or is Bullman your first name?
George Bullman.
Handy fighter, George. You were very quick off the mark with that counter. It took me quite unawares.
Why is that, Boyd?
Yes, George. Why are you so tasty in a shuffle?
Trained, didn't I?
Tasty fighter. Trained in unarmed combat, using a false name, creeping about. What's your friend's name, George?
Willis, Derek Willis.
I'm not Billy Smith, but Willis.
Yeah.
Well, this saddens me, Barry. Does this sadden you?
Oh, terrible, Chief. Such mendacy. You're a lion monkey, Boyd. Give us a minute, oh.
Why, George? Why? Why would you get a job here under the name of Boyd? Be jiu-jitsu trained and prowl around the Irish container park. Why, George? Why?
Look in my sock.
What?
My sock. Look in my sock.
What will I find, Georgie, if I look in your disgusting sock?
A bleeding warrant card. You monumental git.
Hello, Rainbow here. What? Just a minute. David? Why wouldn't Willis and Doran be carrying warrant cards?
They're undercover, aren't they? They look a bit silly if some villain decided to search them.
They don't come under the category of police officer permitted to be on duty without warrant cards.
Maybe it worked that way at Hendon Police School, but it is different down on the docks.
I just talked to your DI, man called Rainbow, right? He confirms your job here. Jesus Christ, man. Why couldn't you let us know that you were down here?
Inform the local CID, DI...
Wisdom.
DI Wisdom. He's a liaison.
CID? So I'm talking about special branch. I mean, don't you know there's a MIC detail down here? Or haven't you heard of the IRA in your part of the world?
The IRA are not the first self-indentured group to attack religious, moral, philosophical and judicial ideas against the tide of historical development.
How's your face?
None the better for the attention of your boot. Who are you after, anyway?
The informer we spoke to today told us you're all provost.
Grinner Harris. Bastard.
Right, keys.
I thought you had them.
God bless you, Harry. A few more days sharing this hut, and all bigotry will have flown from my breast.
You're very chirpy for a damaged fuss.
He's in love.
Shut up, Willis.
You know what you were saying about that bloke McQuaid yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, let me have another look at the photo. Yes, I have seen him before. But he calls himself Donovan, not McQuaid.
Does he now?
And Donovan or McQuaid or whatever his name is passes through this gatehouse from the Dublin boat every 16 days. Like clockwork. Which means he's due tomorrow.
Yeah. Where's Miss Doran?
Oh, she's over at the Belfast Key.
No, bloody mix. Smell like coons the way they can't stay away from each other.
He's really very ecumenical.
He's right. We are more selective about our friends than you white trash. Cheers.
George, a word.
Right. What's the problem, Sergeant Singer?
The problem is, George, that you and your bloody glee club have made our outfit look like 5 go-up to smuggler's top.
Ah,
That punch-up yesterday has gone all the way back to the commander. What were you playing at?
presumably he's only heard one side of the affair.
He heard that Special Branch found you three breaking into vehicles in the lorry park. Some of them with valuable cargoes, insured for thousands.
Just what are you suggesting?
George, I'm not suggesting anything, but God almighty, man, don't you read the papers? Coppers do get burned if they're found breaking into lorries full of food and fags and spirits, washing machines. You know what I'm talking about. Just think what a prosecutor could do with that.
The truth shall sooner come to light when the judge hath
Oh,
no
I'm
lawyer.
up to here with your
instruct him in
zany
deceit.
quotations, George. You're getting to be the Grandma Moses of our Nick. Now, why don't you just settle down and behave like an ordinary, run-of-the-mill detective sergeant? All right? I'm sorry.
Are you criticising my methods?
I'm sorry, yes. I'm afraid your methods don't impress me. I catch villains as well, you know, without all the razzmatazz. You know what you three are? Elitist.
You got anything else to say? Any other impulse that brought you 40 miles down the road?
No, George. I came to express the commander's concern, but the sentiments are mine.
Fine. Now, why don't you climb back into your kiddie car and piss off out of here? We elitists have got work to do.
Yeah. Right, got it.
You know what, Willis? You were nearly nicked for a slaughter.
That was Linda on the Dog and Bone from the Belfast Quay. McQuaid's just driven off the boat in a different truck. Dirty great gash in the side.
Right, where's he now?
In the checkout queue, 6 to go.
Where's your motorbike?
Far side of the quay. Oh, Linda says pick her up at the gate.
Right, move out. Check your radio on the road.
Roger, Chief.
Dear Wisdom, Bullman. Reference Operation Onion. We have a sighting and will switch to mobile surveillance. Call signs as arranged. Thank you. Cheers. Yes, something else?
Where's your glove?
I lost them in the punch-up, didn't I?
But go!
It's only gloves, Willis. Pull yourself together. Let's go catch some villains, eh? What? What tumbled you to the Belfast boat?
Brent and Harris made monkeys out of us last night. So if he said that McQuaid was due off the Dublin boat on Friday, if it's a pint or a runny nose, we could expect him on a different day.
How rewarding, Miss Doran, to see that the young hawk is learning a trick or two from the wise old eagle.
Hello, Pig Major, this is Piglet, over.
Go ahead, Piglet.
That item has now turned left, over.
Roger, Piglet. Out. Map reference 451397, moving southeast, speed 3545, out.
Speed 35 to 45, understood. Roger and out.
Hand it to them. They've got a very neat mobile surveillance going on here.
Did you have a word with Bullman this morning?
Based on the commander's comments, yes.
01 Bravo for Oscar 9. We have now turned left at intersection 4593992, moving due east, speed 50 to 60, out.
01 Bravo, message received and understood.
Did you offload the commander's comments? Or did you deliver a proper rollicking?
Looks like he's heading for the Cheshire-Derbyshire border. One of those Moor farms. That'd be the place to hide 1,000 bikes.
Where'd your gloves?
Who knows?
With these gloves, you can pass through mirrors.
What?
Earth bees. The angel in Orphe.
Well, I don't go to the pictures much.
Is that why you wear them? To pass through mirrors?
Hello, Pig Major, this is Piglet.
Go ahead, Piglet.
I tell you something, my bum's getting sore. I reckon he's making for a farm. Over and out.
How are you, Mr. McQuaid? So nice to see you once more.
What's all the funny messages?
Oh, I don't know. They emanate from your old colleague.
Is he here yet?
Oh, yes, he's already here, waiting for you.
Ah, there he is. Lucky for you, I got over the border without a hitch. What's the game? And just before that, sure, I got picked up by the branch. Guess who I bumped into? God knows. Render me speechless. Remember an RUC girl? Linda Doran? Sure. She tried to finger me for a job in Derry. Well, there she was at the docks, sitting with this geezer. He was a russer. This sure as Bantry Bays in County Cork. Asking about you. Well, she would, wouldn't she? They were waiting for you, Finbar. Come on, you better believe it.
I'm not sure if I like it greatly.
Shut it.
Hello, this is Pig Major. Find a spot where you can cover any traffic leaving the target and be able to follow if required. Over.
Roger, Gum. Roger, Pig Major.
I told her you'd be off the Dublin boat on Friday. That's when I phoned Kevin to leave that message to see you get through Belfast the day earlier. All right, you heard that, Con. You're an equal partner. What do you say?
Well, if the police is suspicious, we should make it colder for a while. Know what I mean?
Well, if the police are suspicious, we should make it colder for a while. Know what I mean? Couldn't have put it better myself. Well, what do you think we should do?
I reckon it's worth clocking this place.
It's wide open, Nick.
Why not? Take your personal radio with you, and in case of bother, switch it on and say, help. Help.
How many bikes, Hopper?
200 altogether. 50 broken down. Partly sprained and reprained, and 50 just ready for the treatment. 100 off the streets only.
Hello, Weasel. This is Piglet. Over.
I'm in position across the road, under the quarry. I've got you covered with the bins. Over.
I'm on my way in on foot.
I'll move the lot out into the truck, plus our equipment. Sweep the place clean of dabs and skedaddle. We'll move the lot out over to Amsterdam, via Folkestone and Calais.
I absolutely agree with you. By the way, do you have the lolly from your last trip?
Sure thing.
Ah, against my religion.
Pull up a seat.
Sure.
We'll split up for 2 months. Then I'll contact you, Mr. Khan, through Brendan here. All right?
Sure.
Up. We cracked it. There's bikes all over the place. They're being put together by a load of Bombay ducks.
All right, you black anomaled bastard! Help!
I'm on my way. Put your seatbelt on.
You've got one. Okay, out of the way.
Stand down, woman! Get down!
It's in the direct contravention of the rules set by the judges.
Let go of my arm, woman! I've got stitches in it! Out of my way, brother! It's in the boy! Step in the corner! Go out of the way, you caper, woman!
Naughty woman.
Hey, right in the hand, love, one drop.
How do you know, Willis? I'm an expert cyclist.
Nuts!
inside. Move it. Too bloody slippery here, running out of control. Faster, you little run. We'll end up in the pool if it don't break. I'm going to have him. You're breaking up this week. Breaking me arm, you bleeding bitch. Oh, when it... Ah! You didn't learn that in long cash.
Sort of.
Okay, Willis.
Willis!
What happened to the back, Chief?
That must have been the one that started dismantling.
Came apart, didn't it? Well, the handlebars come off. You gave me that bike on purpose, didn't you? Willis! Willis! Ah, Derek, let me buy you a beer.
Oh, another time, Gun. I got myself a bedsitter. Very nice.
What, you moving out?
The memo bus. Vacate the hotel. Flying Rainbow.
Oh, yeah. You got time for a quickie, though.
Taxi's waiting.
Right then.
See you, Joe.
Bye, Willis. Ah, Williams! Take the top off a bottle of scotch, pour me a large one, and lose it on the bill, eh?
Actually, Mr. Willis seems to have forgotten all about the bill. Perhaps you'd like to take care of it, eh?
And after all that, the handlebars came off the bike and I fell in the pond.
Mr. Slater's coming back.
Oh.
Student didn't work out.
Oh.
And... well, I couldn't see you for many times more without... oh, without, you know, without becoming very fond of you.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's worked out for you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Better be off then.